Welcome to AI Search Podcast. We are diving into AI and cloud computing today.
Oh, yeah.
Kind of a power couple
Yeah, they really are.
in tech. And I think this is going to give us a real edge as AI reshapes industries.
Yeah.
Globally,
For sure.
by 2030, AI is predicted to add $1.35 trillion to the
Wow.
global economy.
That's a big number.
It is a huge number.
Yeah.
And, we're already seeing a 42% global adoption rate just this year
That's remarkable.
for AI and cloud computing.
Yeah, that's
And North America is leading the charge with almost 29%.
Yeah, we're really seeing that here.
Yeah.
North America is definitely on the forefront.
So let's break it down. How is AI making cloud computing smarter in a practical sense?
Well, it's almost as if AI is adding this boost of intelligence to cloud systems.
Oh, yeah.
So take Amazon Web Services, for example.
Oh.
They're using AI to automatically allocate resources, so that applications can run without any manual intervention.
Right.
It's kind of this dynamic scaling that happens, where the cloud infrastructure expands as needed and contracts as needed.
So businesses can avoid overspending
Exactly.
and still get great performance.
Exactly. They can have that optimal performance without having to break the bank.
Yeah. And when we talk about security,
Yeah,
AI is kind of becoming this ultimate guardian, right?
absolutely. AI-powered security systems.
Right.
They're always monitoring data,
Yeah.
looking for anything that's unusual, and they can respond to threats instantaneously.
That's really reassuring because,
Yeah.
data security is a top concern
Absolutely.
for anybody who's using the cloud.
Yeah, for sure.
But how does AI actually learn to spot these threats? Because it's not like it has this
Right.
human intuition.
Right. It doesn't have that human intuition. But think of it this way.
Okay.
AI uses these sophisticated algorithms,
Okay.
which are essentially sets of rules to analyze just mountains and mountains of data
Oh, wow.
and to find patterns.
Yeah.
So it's kind of like teaching a computer to recognize a fraudulent transaction
Okay.
or a suspicious login attempt based on thousands of previous examples.
Who's learning by example.
Exactly. And Microsoft Azure, for instance, they use these AI-driven systems
Okay.
to detect and prevent cyber attacks.
So it really is like having this digital detective
Yeah.
that's always on patrol.
Absolutely, constantly analyzing every bit of activity in the cloud.
Now, you mentioned that AI is also boosting efficiency.
Yes.
Can you give us some real-world examples of how that's actually happening?
Yeah, well, one area where we see AI really shining is in resource optimization.
Okay.
So, for example, you've got Google Cloud.
Mm-hmm.
They're using AI-powered auto-scaling,
Okay.
which, analyzes past data to predict future workload demand,
Uh-huh.
and then it adjusts those resources in real time.
So it's almost like it's anticipating
Exactly, it's anticipating.
what the cloud needs
Yeah, it's from
before it even needs it.
Yeah.
But are there any risks to handing over so much control
That's a great question.
to AI?
Yeah.
I mean, could it lead to some unforeseen issues?
Well, those are valid concerns.
Yeah.
And I would say, as with any powerful technology,
Right.
careful implementation and monitoring
Uh-huh.
are crucial.
Okay.
However, the potential benefits
Yeah.
are significant. We're
Mhm.
talking about, possible cost reductions
Wow.
of 20 to 30%
That's a lot.
through AI-driven optimization.
Yeah. So we've talked about smarter, more secure,
Yeah.
more efficient cloud systems.
Right.
But cloud computing still has its own limitations.
Yeah.
What are some of the challenges that AI is actually helping to overcome?
Well, you're right. There are inherent challenges
Yeah.
like scalability, resource management, and downtime.
Right.
But AI is really stepping up.
Okay.
It can predict potential hardware failures. It can optimize workloads.
Mhm.
It can adapt to fluctuating demands
Oh, wow.
with incredible precision.
So it's not just reacting to the problems, it's anticipating them.
Exactly. It's like having this built-in expert
Yeah.
constantly fine-tuning the system for peak performance.
Yeah, it's really interesting.
IBM Cloud, for example, they use AI for cost optimization.
Okay.
It's this tool
Uh-huh.
that tracks cloud usage patterns,
Okay.
and it provides actionable insights
Oh, wow.
for reducing expenses.
So AI is really helping businesses
Yeah,
get the most out of their cloud investments.
absolutely. It's helping them squeeze every bit of value out of it.
I like that
Yeah.
now cloud platforms are making it easier than ever before
Yes,
for businesses to use AI.
for sure.
They're offering these ready-to-go AI services
Yeah.
that don't even require any specialized infrastructure.
Exactly.
So even businesses that don't have huge IT departments
Right.
can incorporate this
They can. Absolutely.
into their cloud strategy.
We're talking about tools and services that make it easier to build, to train,
Okay.
and deploy AI models in areas like natural language processing,
Yeah.
image recognition, predictive analytics.
Wow.
For example, AWS has a platform called SageMaker, which actually streamlines the entire process of developing machine learning models.
So that sounds like a really powerful toolkit
Yeah.
for any business that wants to kind of dip their toes
Absolutely.
into the AI world.
Without that huge upfront investment.
And experts predict by 2025
Yeah,
that over half of all AI models are going to be deployed
that's the prediction.
on cloud platforms.
It's pretty remarkable.
So cloud-based AI services are becoming the go-to solution for businesses across industries.
Absolutely, across the board.
But let's get practical for a second.
Okay.
Integrating AI
Right.
into existing cloud practices, it can seem
Yeah,
daunting.
it can.
Where should a business even begin?
Well, the key is to start with a strategic approach.
Okay.
First, you have to pinpoint those areas
Okay.
where AI can bring the most value to your organization.
Uh-huh.
So you really want to ask yourself, what are you hoping to achieve with AI?
Okay.
Do you want to automate tasks? Do you want to boost efficiency? Do you want to extract deeper insights from your data?
Yeah.
Or maybe develop entirely new products or services?
So it's about aligning the AI strategy with your business objectives.
Exactly. Once you have that clarity,
Right.
then you can start evaluating those different AI services that are available
Okay.
and determine, which ones align best with your specific needs.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
Okay.
And it's also important to consider, the level of expertise you have in-house.
Right.
Because some AI services require more technical know-how
Right.
than others.
So you don't want to jump into the deep end
Exactly.
without the right support
You got to have that support system.
and skills.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
But there's a wealth of resources available to help businesses navigate this,
Yeah.
from the cloud providers themselves to independent consultants to training programs.
And speaking of training,
Yeah.
we know that AI is creating
Yes.
huge demand
Absolutely.
for skilled professionals.
Oh, yeah.
In fact, some reports estimate that millions
Wow.
of new AI-related jobs
It's incredible.
will be created globally in the next few years.
Yeah, that's what they're saying.
So what advice would you give to someone
Yeah, okay.
who's interested in pursuing a career in this
Right.
rapidly growing field?
My advice is simple. Dive in and start learning.
I'd love that.
There are so many fantastic online courses, boot camps, certification programs available that can really, give you those skills you need
Right.
to succeed in this dynamic field.
Okay.
Focus on building a strong foundation
Okay.
in areas like machine learning, deep learning,
Yeah.
natural language processing, computer vision.
Okay.
Those are the building blocks of AI,
Uh-huh.
and they're in very high demand across a variety of industries.
Now, what about soft skills?
Oh, that's an excellent point.
What traits are really essential for success in AI?
Yeah, well, besides those technical skills.
Right.
Strong communication, problem solving, and critical thinking abilities.
Yeah.
Those are all crucial.
Okay.
AI professionals need to be able to explain complex concepts sometimes to non-technical audiences. They need to be able to collaborate effectively in teams
Yeah.
and adapt quickly to
Right.
new challenges and technologies.
So the ideal AI professional
Yeah.
is a blend of
You got
technical
screens.
brilliance and these strong interpersonal skills.
Absolutely. It's that perfect blend.
And, it's a field that's constantly evolving.
It is.
It's
Constantly changing.
It's really embracing that lifelong learning mindset.
It is.
Staying curious and continuously expanding your
Yeah. Always.
knowledge and skill set.
Absolutely.
You've given us a lot to think about today.
Oh, good. I'm glad.
But I want to touch on something we haven't talked about yet.
Okay.
The global implications of AI.
Yeah.
This technology is having a huge impact
Right.
on societies and economies
Absolutely.
worldwide.
Global impact.
What are your thoughts on that broader perspective?
Well, it's a fascinating and complex landscape. We're
Yeah.
seeing AI being adopted at different paces and in different ways
Okay.
across the globe.
Yeah.
Some countries are leading the charge in AI research and development,
Uh-huh.
while others are focusing on using AI to address specific societal challenges.
Huh?
Like improving healthcare or tackling climate change.
So it's not a one-size-fits-all?
Not at
That's
all.
interesting.
Each country and region is kind of navigating the AI revolution
Yeah.
in its own way,
Yeah.
shaped by its unique, cultural, economic, and political context.
Can you give us some specific examples
Sure.
of how different countries are approaching AI?
Yeah. So China, for instance,
Okay.
has made significant investments in AI infrastructure and research,
Okay.
and they have a strong focus on areas like facial recognition
Uh-huh.
and surveillance technology.
In Europe, there's a greater emphasis on ethical considerations
Absolutely.
and data privacy
Yeah.
and regulations like
Yeah.
GDPR play a role in shaping how AI is developed and used.
Yeah.
And in countries like India, AI is being harnessed to improve access to healthcare and education
Yeah.
in rural areas.
It's really helping bridge that digital divide
Yeah.
and empower underserved communities.
It's incredible to see how AI is being used to address
Yeah.
such a wide range of challenges
It's remarkable.
across the globe.
And that global perspective, I think, is really essential
Yeah.
for understanding the full scope and impact of the AI revolution.
It's not just a technological shift.
Right.
It's a societal one.
Absolutely. It's really reshaping the world as we know it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's been an incredible journey exploring the world of AI
It has been.
and cloud computing with you today.
Yeah, this has been great.
We've covered so much,
A lot of ground.
from how AI is enhancing cloud systems to the
Yes.
broader global implications
Yeah, for sure.
of this technological revolution.
It's been a pleasure.